With Yoplait yogurt, taste the bright side of life.
Good morning, it's 10 o'clock.
Legend FM News.
Good morning, I'm Vijay Narayan at your Legend FM News Center, and also we're going live on Fiji Village website and our social media platforms, Bulavinaka, to everyone who's catching us for the special update on the weather. Flash flood warning is now in force for the low-lying areas and crossing in Goia, Lami, and low-lying areas in Wailoku, including Marata Village. The Nadi Weather Office says a flash flood alert remains in force for the flash flood prone areas, small streams, and low lying areas. Now, I'll give you the areas where you need to be on alert as far as the flash flood prone areas are concerned. This is from the Coral Coast to Navua, Lami, Suva, Nosori, Tailevu areas, Naitasiri province, and Ovalau Island. Expect flooding of roads, Irish crossings, and bridges in low lying areas and floodplains. Fiji Village News advises you that we expect heavy rain to intensify from later today, and please be prepared for river and sea flooding from later today. Now, we are talking to residents in different parts of the country. If you are affected, you can contact us on 3314-766. Residents of Goia settlement have put up shutters and are stocking up on food supply and water before tropical cyclone Mel comes closer to Fiji later today. Goia resident Apisalome Mode says everyone is on high alert and they are ready as the area was also flooded yesterday. Mode says this morning the water level at the Irish crossing in Goia had gone down and people managed to cross over to get supplies. He adds that since yesterday, every resident in Goia has worked together to clean the drainage to avoid flooding in the settlement. Mode says they're already experiencing low water pressure and are stocking up on emergency water. If you are affected by floodwaters, please ensure that you contact the emergency numbers, which are also provided on our website and on the live stream. And we have details as far as police and NFA are concerned. Category 2 tropical cyclone Mel is expected to pass close to the west of the Fiji group tonight. However, expect continuous heavy rain and destructive winds to start earlier. Acting Director of the Nadi Weather Office, Bipen Prakash, says tropical cyclone Mel is located about 420 kilometers west-southwest of Rotuma or 580 kilometers northwest of Yasawai Rara. TC Mel has maximum winds of about 95 kilometers per hour, gusting to 130 kilometers per hour, and will continue to increase. The center of TC Mel is expected to be about 170 kilometers west of Nadi at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. The Weather Office says TC Mel is moving quite rapidly in a southeasterly direction towards us with a speed of 28 kilometers per hour. A heavy rain warning is currently in place for the whole of Fiji. The cyclone will begin to have an impact on the Yasawa and Mamanuca groups from later today. Please be prepared in Yasawa and Mamanuca. While the system is expected to begin to affect Viti Levu from later this afternoon, most of the destructive winds are expected tonight. Storm winds are likely over the Yasawa and Mamanuca group starting from the next few hours. Western and southern Viti Levu, Vatulele, Kandavu, and nearby smaller islands. However, it is a huge system and its effect can be far-reaching. A gale warning is in force as far as western Vanuatu, including Dreketi, Bua to Savu, eastern Viti Levu, and Lomai Viti group. Now, I'll tell you the damages that are expected based on the wind's intensity. These winds can break tree branches, blow unsecured and loose materials, disrupt communication network and power supply due to damaged power lines, damage temporary and weak structures, increase the risk of sea travel for all types of sea crafts, and increase the risk for hazardous breaking waves and coastal inundation of debris along low-lying coastal areas, especially during high tides. The ground is already saturated with a lot of rain over the last few days in parts of the country, so it can take little rainfall to knock off trees. Be prepared for that. Rainfall activity may intensify when the cyclone comes close to Fiji. The next high tide is at around 7 p.m. tonight. And you stay listening to us and following us on Fiji Village for the latest updates on Tropical Cyclone Mel and how this will affect us. We are here with you and will continue to provide the latest information. You can also check our website, Fiji Village, for the latest news, warnings, alerts, interviews, videos, photos, and weather forecast maps. The information that was released earlier today, Minister for Education Asiri Randrondo confirms all internal and external examinations timetabled for this week have been deferred and will resume next week. The Year 13 external examinations will resume next Tuesday, and the Year 12 external examinations will begin on Tuesday, November 28th. The order of the paper's timetable for both external examinations remains the same. Randrondo says this decision has been made as some students, teachers, and examination supervisors may not be able to access their schools in the aftermath of the cyclone. The minister says reopening of schools after tomorrow will depend on the assessment from the NDMO. It is calm before the storm in the Western Division, according to the residents from Singatoka to Rakiraki. The media officer from the Western Command Center says there is no heavy rain and no signs of strong winds at the moment. However, most of the areas are cloudy. Please be prepared, get ready before nightfall, and ensure that you have all your emergency preparations underway already. Senior Assistant Rokotui Kandabu Filimoni Taka says the Provincial Council is working closely with the village headman and district representatives to ensure the island is well prepared for Category 2 Tropical Cyclone Mel. He says they have communicated to all village headmen about the cyclone and to be prepared for the worst. Taka says they have also requested all fishermen not to go out fishing for the next few days, and all fiberglass boats are safely docked offshore. He adds the villages are aware of the damages caused by cyclones as they have been badly affected by the previous natural disasters. Before I leave you, please ensure that you have this information with you. A flash flood warning is in force for the low-lying areas in crossing in Goia, Lami, and low-lying areas in Wailoku, including Marata Village. The Nadi Weather Office says a flash flood alert remains in force for the flash flood-prone areas, small streams, and low-lying areas from the Coral Coast to Navua, Lami, Suva, Nosori, Tailevu areas, Naitasiri province, and Ovalau Island. Expect flooding of roads, Irish crossings, and bridges in low-lying areas and floodplains. And as I've told you, the Category 2 Tropical Cyclone Mel is currently approaching Fiji. Expect winds to intensify, rain to also intensify in the next few hours by around after midday. Stay prepared for that. And stay listening to us and following us on Fiji Village for the latest updates on Tropical Cyclone Mel. We are here with you and will continue to update you. You can also check our website, Fiji Village, for the latest news, warnings, alerts, interviews, videos, photos, and weather forecast maps.
Legend FM Cyclone Weather Update. The songs you know, love,